Again, Morten from English. We're still here at the amazing React event here in Ghent in Belgium. And there's a lot of speakers here, and one of them is, of course, by Europe's number one, Bernd.
Europe's number one. Oh, no, not number one.
I mean, you are, because I mean, it's funny because I mean, even here they take Americans because America is such a big country, right? So you have like the specialists are covering a huge market. But as Germany is the biggest market, I think that you have become like you are at the BOPE events, and you are here. And I meet you a lot of different places, and you have the online print symposium, so you are number one for it.
No, I don't see myself. I see myself more as some kind of someone who brings a message, and so I'm not. It's not about me. It's about the message, and the message is that we have now. And we are beginning of a new age, and this new age is the age of mass customization.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But you know, it's always good to start with a little smile. So, so at least we did that, right? Yeah, that's
definitely.
So, Bernd, when you are invited to an event like this, of course it is because they want to have some, let's say, knowledge behind a product launch, and I take that you totally understand the Atomyx in that relation. But are you also a technical guy, or?
Yes. You know, if you see my roots, it's really PDF. It was in '99 we started over with PDF. I did a lot of shows with Stefan Jeggi, and actually the PDFX development and all the stuff. I was part of that, and so not a major part, but I was part of it. And so as well the workflow stuff, also modern workflows with a combination of online shops, e-commerce mechanisms, workflows behind that, and project tools like Monday, for example, or online shops like Shopify. The connection of that with a workflow, this is what counts today, and this is what my customers need. And so I'm, of course, somehow a technical guy.
The reason I'm asking is just because I think that the role I have got to know, I think we have known each other in about 10 years' time or something like that, right? And it's just funny because when I think of you, I think that what always comes to mind is that you have a fabulous curiosity about where things are going,
definitely.
And I mean all I mean, one thing is we talk about the mass customization, but you were like first when it came to web to print. You were first when you talk about automation. I remember that the only print symposium I have been attending, it was like you get the best people to speak about something that might be so tiny right now, but may grow out of anybody's expectations, right?
Yeah, you know, my job definition is that I'm some kind of truffle pick. Yeah? So I'm searching for trends, and we are analyzing trends.
So truffle pick, that is what I should call you.
Definitely that fits to my size. So anyway, so we are looking for trends in future, and then we measure the trends on how can we make money out of it, and or our industry can make money out of it. And I'm totally driven by the love of print. It's the same like you do. Yeah, so we are passionate about print, and print will stay. But we have to convince the people, because they all get blamed by some other people from other industries. We are better, we are this, and this. No, there is no one is better. But as I said on the stage before, no one will remember a CD-ROM with a Gutenberg Bible, but everyone will remember the Gutenberg Bible.
Precisely,
and this is a point. And the value, if you give a good business card to someone, that's pure love. And the people now understand that. And even Generation Z is starting over to order business cards again. Generation Z. And these are the children of our children. It's amazing. Yeah? But I see, you know, I'm not a technical guy in deep that I'm doing coding and stuff like that. But I need what we need to code it. And that's the reason I fell in love with Atomyx. And believe me, they don't give me money for that. But I was waiting for a tool like that. And there are coming up more tools like this for mass customization, because this is a new age, and this is what we need to understand.
I'm glad that you say that, because basically the reason why I was trying to get it into angle is that when you have like my postcards, and you have like some of the services that you have shown in different occasions, one thing is that you have a business model and a business case that is customer facing, right? But you need the glue behind the scenes to make it work, and that's why I think Atomyx is interesting, because that is maybe not the very first, but among the first to have that glue of basically communicating cross platforms and all these kind of things. Is that also how you see it? Or?
Yeah, and especially because this is a 80% solution. Yeah, I love 100% solutions. I'm German. Yeah, but 100% of the solutions, you can't afford that anymore. We need 80%. That means 80% is a standard. I can work with a standard. I can work with that. Go ahead. That's it. If I want to have a 100% solution, I have to do that by my own. And a lot of people are doing that with Shopify and stuff like that. It works. It takes some time. But and now with Atomyx, there's one thing. It shortens up the time to market. Yeah. So if you decide you want to go there, you can start up now with Atomyx. If it works, at this point we are just in the birthday hour. Yeah, but if it works, like they promise us, you can shorten up the time to go on the market with your application, and that's cool.
I was thinking that when we heard Tom Pierce's keynote this morning, I mean the promises they gave about the future of Atomyx, quite bold, right?
Yeah, but on the other hand, we need strong messages. After we had some developments in the market, where other promises did not be fulfilled, or how can I describe that without burning my mouth? So let's say there are some promises in the market, they didn't work out. And if you want to present something new, you need to present something like Switch that works. Yeah. And you must not discuss about it. It works. Maybe it's not perfect, but it works. And this is the first step to that. And we need software standards. And in the past, we didn't have that. So all the guys who tried that, maybe HP with OS, maybe Heidelberg with something or whatever, they did not match that. And so now with Atomyx, we have a first chance to have that 80% solution, and this might work.
When I did an interview with David Swang, who is also a speaker here at the event, and I asked him this question.
By the way, I met him first 1997.
1997.
Yeah. Okay, at that time I was writing for Seaboard Report.
Really? Okay, so that was why you met him. Yeah, and he actually started his presentation about the Seaboard event. Yeah, okay, fantastic. Okay, back to now, right? Back to now. No, I was just thinking because when I asked him to say that if you look at Atomyx right now, one thing is that you have to wait for having computers fast enough. You need to have the infrastructure of the internet. You have to have all those things that we take as a given now. But then maybe the most challenging thing is the in between our ears. Now we as an industry have to adopt, and the owners of the print shops and the business owners in general, they need to basically rethink a lot of things, right?
Yeah, the printing industry is pretty easy. Once we have a technology, we change our DNA. So that means, remember, offset printing came up. So before that, book printing was a big thing. Yeah? When offset printing came up and all the people said, oh, no one needs that. After 3 years, they started over to change. Digital printing came up. The first 8 years, they all blamed the digital printing quality, and then they start over to do that. So in the printing industry, it's simple. If you have the right technology, it works. Then we change our DNA. But nowadays, we have to speed up because our competitors, and I'm not talking about printers, I'm talking about social commerce guys, I'm talking about the internet guys, I'm talking about new startups coming up with new ideas. They are quicker than us. And so we have to change the DNA to understand, to make money in future, to use all these channels.
And it's funny because also in Swang's presentation, there was like industry 1 to 5 basically, where it shortened the time span between the different industrial revolutions. I mean, do you think when we talk about industrial revolutions like Industry 4.0, Industry 5.0, I mean, they have a vast impact in general, but do you think that the time is going so fast now that you can have different versions of Industry 5.0 at the same time?
I don't give a damn on this definition. It's crap. It's a word that we need to sign out, oh, it's 4, oh, it's 5, oh, it's something. There was never a 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. No. There was always developments in the market. And one market is faster. Let's say all the bakeries are faster for making dough. Yeah, they're faster in their recipes or whatever. Printing is faster there. And there's a total transforming of the world since years, since we're in the digital area, since we're in the digital age. The world is transforming, and we have to accept that. And all these steps, 1.0 or 2 point whatever, these are just steps to explain the people where we are right now.
But I think that is.
But sorry, let me say it. It's very complicated to say this was 4 and this is 5. Yeah. This is a process, and for you maybe in your printer shop, the step from 1 to 3 is a huge step, and from 3 to 5, if we use that phrase, it's a small step. Yeah. And we confuse the people. We need easy answers, and easy answers are in the printing company, in the printing industry, technology, and this works.
I was sorry that I was interrupting you, or tried to actually.
No problem.
It was.
I'm so enthusiastic, so sorry
but
about
I think it's great. I actually 100% agree with you when it comes to these like boxes. But sometimes I also think that if I mean, you and I, and maybe more you, of course, work every day with the technology, and you really understand maybe even what is coming next, right? For the people that sometimes maybe sit down and maybe not take the same dose of new technology every day, maybe it's good to have something that frames it a little bit, because then you maybe better understand that there is huge culture changes which influences not only technology but also business and lives in general. Right?
Maybe 2 years ago I would agree. Nowadays I don't do that anymore, because I think it depends on the size of a company, it depends on the size of how they can develop, and they need an individual strategy. And this is where people like you come in, people like Dave come in, Pat or I, that we sit together with these guys and look where they stand, where they want to go, what's the way how to develop in this direction. And by the way, if we are standing here around, you will not believe, but on March 14 and 15 in Munich, there's the online print symposium, and there you can learn a lot about that, especially if you look into web to print and AI. And
I was actually sitting next to Martin from Cloud Printer, and we were joking because we were thinking, will there be any people on stage at the print symposium, or will it only be robots?
No, definitely, because these robots are so expensive. The guys are cheaper. No, anyway, just kidding. But the point was, I was really thinking about setting up an avatar of me giving my presentation. And we worked on that, and then we dropped. We did that last year. Then I started over again, and I dropped again because I was not satisfied on this. And maybe on this OPS there will be a surprise.
I will show you something when we finish this interview, just for you to inspire, because I showed it to him yesterday. Right? So last question here, Bernd. Atomyx on, let's say, 80% and fast go-to-market strategies and all that. Let's say the history of 4Ps and how they developed into it. Where will it end? I mean, where will it end for Atomyx? I mean, do you think that this is a starting point for something that is new? Or?
You know, all the integrating companies, they have one big problem. There are no integrators anymore. So they all need applications where they can help the customer by 80%. The last mile, the customer can go by himself because they already have IT people or whatever, or integrators can help them. And this is a big problem. And a company like 4Ps need to understand, and they did understand, that they can't split themselves into 1,000 parts. So they have to develop something where they can scale up their business and to be sure that they can help the customers. Because the integration business in print is a very valuable business, but on the other hand, to find the right people, it's not so easy.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Thanks.